Day 416, inside IKEA. My name is Thomas Reeves. If you're hearing this, then my voice recorder made it out. Even if I didn't, I'm leaving this record in hopes someone will understand what happens here in this place we've come to call the store. We've built our settlement under the Bedroom Solutions sign. 63 of us now, all lost souls who wandered too far from the entrance. Funny how you can walk into an IKEA on a Tuesday afternoon to buy a coffee table and end up fighting for survival for over a year. The walls around our camp stand 15 feet high, display cabinets stacked on wardrobes, reinforced with metal shelving. Not pretty, but effective most nights. We've learned to be resourceful when the world shrinks to nothing but showrooms and warehouses stretching endlessly in all directions. You adapt or you die. Morning here is always the same. That sudden click as thousands of overhead lights illuminate simultaneously. Some people still flinch at the sound, the newer arrivals mostly. Those of us who've been here longer barely notice anymore. The staff, that's what we call them, become docile when the lights come on. They wander aimlessly through the aisles, those faceless things in their bright yellow shirts and blue pants, some too tall and stretched like they've been pulled from both ends, others barely 5 feet with arms nearly dragging on the floor, all of them without faces, just smooth, blank skin where eyes and mouths should be. This morning, we sent out 3 scavenging parties. I led the one heading toward the restaurant section. 6 weeks since we last found it, but the layout here shifts subtly. You might walk past the same hemness bookcase 100 times, but on the 101st there's a Billy instead. Nothing ever stays exactly where you remember it. Sarah, my second in command, spotted it first. The familiar blue and yellow food court signs. The restaurant areas always get restocked. No one knows how or why. It's like the building itself is keeping us alive, but only just. We filled our makeshift backpacks with meatballs, lingonberry jam, those little almond cakes. Enough to feed the settlement for 2 weeks if we ration carefully. Marcus found working refrigerators too, filled with drinks. We took what we could carry. The trip back was uneventful until we passed what we call the gallery, a stretch of fake living rooms that extends for what seems like miles. Jenny swears she saw movement between the display rooms, something different from the staff. I made everyone stop, stay quiet. That's when we heard it. Crying. Human crying. We found her huddled under a mom bed display, a girl, maybe 17, clutching a backpack, shivering despite the perfect room temperature air that never changes here. Ellie, her name was. Been here 3 days. Thought she was losing her mind until she saw us. "Where's the exit?" she asked, like they all do. I didn't have the heart to tell her what most of us have accepted. There might not be one. Or, if there is, it moves. 14 people have escaped since this place was contained, according to rumors. Out of how many thousands trapped here? Not great odds. We brought Ellie back to Bedroom Solutions. The others welcomed her with the same mixture of relief and sorrow we always feel when we find someone new. Happy they're alive, sorry they're here. Just after dinner, I climbed our watchtower, a stack of shelves that lets us see across maybe half a kilometer of store in each direction. The endless ceiling lights, the never-changing air. Sometimes I try to spot the edge, some hint of wall or boundary. I never have. The lights clicked off precisely at 10 p.m. They always do. And that's when the store transforms. The staff change instantly. Their meandering walk becomes purposeful. Their faceless heads turn in unison, seeking movement, seeking us. And they begin to speak, all of them, in that same flat voice. The store is now closed. Please exit the building. It's almost polite if you ignore the fact they'll tear you apart while saying it. Tonight's attack was worse than usual. They came from the kitchenware section, 20 or 30 of them, their pale hands scrabbling at our walls, their distorted bodies pressing against our barricades, all while politely informing us the store is closed. We fought them off with improvised weapons, knives from the restaurant tied to by-jail rails, sharpened table legs, a few crossbows Marcus built from chair parts and elastic. 3 breached the eastern wall before we could seal it. Sarah took down 2 with her spear. I got the 3rd. They don't bleed when you cut them, just empty skin all the way through. We lost Dominic tonight. He'd been here 8 months, survived dozens of attacks. One of them caught him reinforcing the north wall, dragged him screaming into the darkness beyond our lights. We heard him for a while. Then, nothing. The hardest part isn't the fighting or the scavenging. It's maintaining hope. What are we even hoping for? That the exit will appear? That someone will find us? That one day the lights will go out and the staff will just stop? Some of the settlements have given up. We visited kitchen displays last month, found them living openly on the showroom floor. They don't build walls anymore. When night comes, they just let the staff take whoever they catch. They call it paying the tax. Madness. There's a theory some of us have discussed. What if we're not all from the same place? Jacob swears. The Beatles had 5 members. Elena says she's from a country called Soveria that doesn't exist in my world. What if this IKEA connects different realities? It would explain why no one seems to be looking for us. In each world, only one person went missing. Not enough to notice a pattern. The recorder's battery is getting low. I salvaged it from the electronics section 3 months ago. Been saving it for something important. Tomorrow we're heading out. Me, Sarah, Marcus, and Elena. We found a map on one of the staff we killed. Not a normal map. It's drawn on IKEA receipt paper, but it shows a path through departments we've never seen. A path that supposedly leads to an area called Returns. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's a way out. Either way, I'm leaving this recorder at the settlement in case we don't make it back. If you're hearing this and you're still outside, stay there. Don't come looking for the infinite IKEA. It's not worth the Swedish meatballs, trust me. And if you're hearing this from inside, find us at Returns, or what's left of us. This is Thomas Reeves, day 416 inside SCP-3008. The store may be closed, but we're still here. Thank you for listening to the SCP Labs podcast. Till we meet again.